there's this myth that the reason for the Stonewall was that Judy Garland had died, and her wake was that night in New York, and we were rioting because of Judy Garland. That's absolutely demeaning to the LGBT community. People of my age, and I was 18 at that time, we didn't care about Judy Garland. That was for an older generation. The rainbow, we weren't looking and hoping for an end of the rainbow. We wanted the rainbow here and now, and we were going to make it. Our lives meant that we had to fight to be equal with everybody else. And what happened at Stonewall really basically was about 2,000 years of oppression. I mean, I moved to New York because I couldn't feel free in Philadelphia. And so did many other people who were there. I would say the majority of people who were at Stonewall probably came from someplace else. Mm-hmm. And we went there to live our lives free and equal to everybody else. Mm-hmm. So when the police came in a sense, they represented all of that oppression that we had all grown up with, all the bullies, all the authorities, all the religious institutions. They all in one, they encapsulated that. And our anger, because of the time being the, counterculture in 1969, all boiled over, and we reacted. Mm-hmm. And if it wasn't for that moment, we might still be in the time period before 1969 where, shockingly enough, there were only 100 out people in America. Think about that. Up until Stonewall, only 100 out people in America. And you could do the calculations by checking how many organizations there were, how many spokespeople, if there were any, in around the country, and by the Gay Remembrance Day here in Philadelphia, which was the largest gay demonstration every single year from 65 to 69 on July 4th at Independence Hall. Not more than 40 people were there. So take all those figures into consideration. Then the miracle of Stonewall, the real miracle of Stonewall, was Gay Liberation Front. Gay Liberation Front was born of the ashes of Stonewall. The following night, and for 3 nights after Stonewall, Stonewall in a sense was a 4-night event. The other 3 nights were more important because that created Gay Liberation Front. And with Gay Liberation Front, we changed the whole gay world. We did 2 things which were revolutionary, never done before. First off, we decided we were going to define ourselves, not let society define us. We weren't going to allow the stereotypes to stand. We were going to show the world who we were. We also decided that we weren't going to be quiet anymore. We were going to own our neighborhoods, which in New York meant Christopher Street. It was our neighborhood, and the police couldn't, from that point on, ever come in and raid without consequences or answers from our community. And if you think that's not true, take a look at the Snake Pit and other raids that they tried to do after that. After 1970, 71, police gave up. We owned our own area. The other thing we did, which was very important, was that we decided to create a gay community where there was none before. And again, with those 40 out people, what you noticed was, before 1969, gay community existed of the following. Those gay organizations that had private little meetings, house parties, and places where people went to cruise. And of course, a few businesses or bars that catered to gay people, which were illegal. That was it. We, on the other hand, created medical alerts. We created legal alerts. We marched up and down Christopher Street, out and gay in your face. We created the first gay youth organization. We created the first trans organization. We created in that first year the first gay community center in the country. And if all of that were not enough, we got together with Craig Rodwell and helped create Christopher Street Liberation Day Committee, which had the first gay pride in June 1970, 1 year later. And according to FBI statistics, according to the New York Times, we had at least 5,000 people marching. So we took in 1 year a gay movement from 100 people to 5,000. It was the most important year of gay liberation to this day. No one's ever created a movement of that large and got to the masses as we did. By the end of that year, gay organizations like Gay Liberation Front, and then the following year, Gay Activist Alliance, were springing up in every major city in America. The change had come, and we had created it.